Alright, so turn that off. Okay, so going to be doing some extra art parts today. Hello everyone, by the way, don't think I've said that yet. Alright, so going to be putting something right into... let me just turn off... not you... Where is you? We need to put something right in here, so it's just gonna be your standard 1920 by 1080 thing, just widescreen. Stretch it a bit inside Live2D to like fit this actual screen here, which for some reason I've drawn with curved lines rather than straight lines. So might actually put some new screenshots into the monitors as well, just so it's actually using the curved monitors as a base that actually looks kind of natural. I'm gonna put something into here. For the most part, it just needs to be like a stream over message, I think. Thinking of going a little simpler with this and just using text, some glow layers, maybe some different color overlays at the same time, and finding a font that kind of works. I don't know if my calligraphy is gonna really cut it, because I want a kind of solid, is this serif fonts, or was it sans serif that has the little flicks at the end? Well, I don't want the flicks, so I'm kind of trying to look for a font that's like somewhat clean and will get the job done here. Do we want like sand? Are we looking for sans font, or let's looking for not sans font? Let's see if there's also the choice of actually just taking a font. I want to probably space out the letters a little bit, so there's something that'll be okay in text without me having to draw it myself, because honestly I don't trust myself drawing it myself. Well, I could try. I don't know if I can find a good font that's actually just sans serif, right? I'm looking for. Have no decorative features on the ends of the letter form, yes. Maybe something looks a little digital or cyber. I mean, clean would be the best. This is not clean in any way. Yes, it's like somewhat legible, but it's also somewhat not legible at the same time. I mean, I want to be real funny about it. I could just use Arial. The brushes. The main thing of the brushes is that it required me to actually do calligraphy, and I don't know if I can do calligraphy very well. Okay, you know what? I can try. First off, though, we're going to let's just say that we need to write it inside this box. I mean, I have some fonts installed, but not sure about what I'd use from the ones I have. I mean, I have some weird ones. At some point, some weird Pokemon fan game required me to download Pokemon fonts that they use in games, so, you know, it looks like the title card. What are the other fonts I use? I don't think they really go well in, like, what would essentially be like a logo or like have big letters. I might have to, honestly, if one, like, if each letter looks actually fine, it's actually also okay. Because I'm probably gonna space out the letters manually and do it so that, me just bold it. Let's just say we have the word stream written out in all caps. Okay, can we like keep this highlighted, please? Thank you. Okay, that's definitely not it. Something clean. No, that's a. That is actually very clean. I think we'll bold. Try italic. Because what I actually wanted at one point was the font they use for the Blue Archive, which has like a very clean type of font. But I can't seem to find anything like kind of similar to it, where it's got this like very distinct lowercase height, basically, where everything comes up to, and also like just kind of like a cutoff where there's like a very distinct line here where the letter itself cuts off. But I couldn't find a font for this. Don't think it's this, because this doesn't look like it's got capital, or it's only got capitals. Cause I want something that's got lowercase as well. So I'm trying to look for something that kind of has that feel to it. Actually, you know what? Let's just type this in not all uppercase just to see if get that right feel to it. Oh yeah, and highlight it because this doesn't like changing things if I don't highlight it. Also, a lot of custom fonts for some reason don't include lowercase, I found, which is really weird. Oh look, Comic Sans, here we go. Yeah, for some reason a lot of custom fonts don't include any lowercase lettering, which is really awkward if I want to do anything that's even got mild lowercase in it. Or like, I just want to write something not in all caps, which is really weird. Now that's a sans font. Or serif font. Semi-bold bench shrift, or just regular bench shrift. Oh, that's because the fact I wanted to come up on the screen, I wanted to be like very clean. I mean, honestly, if I wanted to be very clean, Arial is a choice. It's kind of a joke, but Arial is actually like very clean, very legible. What was the other one that like everyone used? What was it called? Was it the Helvetica? Ugh, I don't know about that one. What I think I'm gonna do is remove the outline and then just add a bunch of glow layers behind the letters, and hope I don't mess it up, because that bit will have to be calligraphy following the letters, and that just has to look okay. Oh, Times New Roman is also a serif font, right? Is that right? Sans serif was like no flicks, right? So serif was with the fancy flicks, right? Yeah, serif was with the fancy flicks. We want to avoid the fancy flicks because that actually I don't know, from at least my understanding, it looks a little I mean, it's usually a little bit more stylized. I mean, I remember Times New Roman because for some reason my my last degree that I ever studied in required us to write all our essays in Times New Roman specifically. I think it was like 12 point Times New Roman 1.5 line spacing was the exact requirements. I I actually only remember that really well because I was one of the bitter people in the class about actually writing essays. I'll show up on, was it deadline day, and I'll be like, why is everyone starting their essay today? Like this morning when it's due in the afternoon, and I'm like the only like person out of like 3. I think like we have 3 people in our class essentially that actually bothered to do essays ahead of time. It was amazing. It was really ironic, but it was also kind of amazing at the same time. I mean, I probably can't write essays particularly well anymore unless it's like one of those, actually no, I could probably do a, was it those persuasive ones where you're supposed to argue one side? Those are pretty easy to write. But anything else is actually kind of difficult. I don't know if I'll still be able to do it. I think it's like the Asian fonts that I have because I have like a bunch of Asian languages set up that I can type in. What's even Shanghai? I don't even know if I pronounced that correctly. I don't speak Mandarin. I'm not on that side of the Chinese spectrum. Well, that's pretty clean, I guess. I don't know even. I can't tell the difference between these. Page number is dumb. It should always be by, if you're gonna have like a limit to it, it's always by word count. It should always be word count. And honestly, like, it reached a point where I was like, no, I'm gonna go up to the lecturer and tell them, like, I've like made my points, I've done like my research, I've made my points, I've got my references in, I've expressed my point clear and concisely, I'm handing this in. Like, I don't care that this isn't up to your word limit. Because honestly, being up to the word limit is less relevant than actually being in a... actually like filling up the whole page count. I mean, the good thing is that like some of them at least like had the reasonability to like they're reasonable about, right? Like, okay, like I'm gonna have to mark you down if you're like over the word count or like under the word count, but like I'm gonna mark you more on like your actual like content than your like just quantity, which I thought was like actually nice of them. It's just like, wow, you don't care, I just drone on. Like the thing is, like, unless you're over the word count, I feel like they should just take it. Like, I know the lecturer does not want to read that much, so honestly, if I'm just giving them like something that's like clean, precise, and to the point, like they should appreciate it. There's like no reason they shouldn't. I guess let's look more. I mean, I'm like, what, over 10 years out of like writing essays, so I can't really say much anymore. Let's have a look at some of my Asian fonts that I had to put in. I mean, the moment you had to add filler, it was completely pointless. I mean, I appreciate when like I actually have an essay where I'm going over the count, like the word count. Like that's a lot simpler to work with, because then you're just cutting out the points that aren't as relevant. Oh, that's an ugly font. Actually, I haven't looked at Times New Roman. Do I have Times New Roman? I should, right? I do. I haven't looked at that in so long. It looks a little weird, actually. Probably because I've never seen Times New Roman this large. It's always like this 12-point font on the screen. I'll be real, I don't watch any anime that has filler because I prefer watching 12-episode anime per season, and that's all I'll put up with. The longest things I watch is Precure, and Precure, I don't think there's like original like thing they're going off. Actually, does Precure have a manga? I thought it was just like I thought it was basically the equivalent of Japan's like Sunday morning cartoon. Does Precure have manga? Oh, they do. Wait, do they? Oh no, it's kind of vague. No, I've never been to a Precure live concert. It'll be definitely interesting. Yeah, because like Precure's the closest thing you have to like Sunday morning cartoon that you have in Japan, like the closest equivalent. And that's like the longest thing I watch, because that's what, like 40 episodes per series. Everything else I watch is basically either 12 episodes, and if it's longer than that, it's 12 episodes at a time split over like several seasons, and it's not all in a row. I mean, I have friends who watched One Piece, and I do know I have like a friend that watched the whole of Naruto, and I was just like, bruh. Like, I can't. He tried to get me to Naruto, I was like, no, I can't. Like, maybe you can convince me to read Naruto, but you cannot get me to like watch Naruto. Like, holy shit. That thing's like Filler City. Maybe I should not have an italic. Maybe I should look at it without italic. I think I need to keep the bold though. Yeah, like, none of these fonts really give me the right feel that I'm looking for. Because I want a sans serif font that is... Actually, let's have a look at trending. What is trend? Yikes! Why do people like these like weird things with like patterns on them? I mean, I'm presuming you use these for like logos or like posters. And that's probably where most of these like get their popularity from. But holy shit, I do not need that. Oh, so the collections. Oh. Oh, I definitely haven't. I haven't had the opportunity to travel to Japan. I'd really love to. I was actually looking to see if I could work my way into a youth... I think it was a youth travel work visa that was like for under 30s. That you could get for working in Japan, but unfortunately, as I was leading up to trying to get it, COVID happened, and now I'm 30. Now I can't get the visa anymore. That's like the most like real problem that I've had in like the past few years. The most plain and real problem. I was like, I'm studying for the JLPT to go like, so that I could get the visa. And then I was like, oh, COVID, oh great, oh, they're not even doing the exam anymore. It's like the exams keep getting cancelled for the JLPT. And now I'm 30 and I can't get the visa anymore, so I'm just like, fuck it. I'll just study this as like a side thing. I mean, I was gonna cheat a little bit on the JLPT levels and just skip the first 2 stages, because that's the bit where you need to actually be able to read kanji, and let's be real, most Japanese people can't do kanji very well either. You can really tell when you watch any Japanese streamer play Yu-Gi-Oh! Because Yu-Gi-Oh! Is a game about reading comprehension and not actually about trading card games. And every time you go through some of their content, you just work out who can read kanji and who can't. Let's try futuristic. What do I have? Oh, yikes. No, not these. Okay, I want this if it didn't have the lines in it and if it had lowercase. Is that it for... No, it's just a couple of pages. I want to know why anyone making a custom font decides that lowercase lettering is not a thing. I think this is too edgy. Yeah, this is like close to what I want just because I have lowercase lettering, but it's too edgy for what I want to work with. I mean, this would be not. Actually, if I use all caps, this might work. 100% free. Okay, 100% free is also very good. Because that means I don't have to pay for it. Okay, let's just download this one for now. Just save it somewhere. I'll work my way through all of the fonts I download in a bit. Oh, this is very close. I don't like that cut into P, but if that's the only thing that's got a cut in it, this is very good. I'm gonna say this as well. Alright, let's have a look at the rest of these. Am I ever gonna need to pee? I mean, the Yu-Gi-Oh! Anime is about playing a 40-card deck of one-offs and no good cards. You can't have a duel go for 3 episodes and have a climax if you don't play 40 cards that are terrible. That's great. And then when people actually want to play the game because they're interested, they're like, oh wow, that guy like played half his deck in one turn and just killed me immediately. And I'm just trying, like, I can't, and it's like, oh, I can't summon Dark Magician without tributes. Oh, this is bad. I mean, if they're doing, like, I'm pretty sure the content's online, and they're, like, not, they didn't require a ticket, then I might check it out. I'm not really into, like, the monetary state where I can, like, really go for that many luxuries. Like, I should really go for long-term luxuries that I can, like, continually use. Which is a thing. If I can get back into a stable job, that'll be great. Okay, I think if I'm going down this far in popularity, when it's sort of by popular, it's probably about as good as it's gonna get. Alright, I'm just gonna install the 2 fonts and just see how they behave. Let me just actually turn off the monitor view, because honestly that might be a little bit of a yikes, so you get to see stuff that's in my PC. Because I do enough things that aren't exactly, that was actually going very well for me. Okay, so this was the one that if I only used it for uppercase, it will be okay. Install this one as well. And then also open this one. I think this was the one that had the lowercase as well. Yeah, this was the one that had the lowercase one. Okay, so from the quick brown box jumps over the lazy dog, I can see that the Q, the B, and the P, and the D. So all of the things of a round-ass shape of a line apparently need a cross through it, like a cut in the lettering. I don't know why, but honestly, if it's just that, I could probably fill it in myself with just a pin. So let's be real, that's actually like fine, I guess. What's this thing called? Spantaran. Can I access this straight away? Hold up. Well, I need to reset my. Let me just close and reopen Clip Studio real quick. I'm working on something that currently looks a little sus, so I'm gonna just turn off this as well. Because I need to save that. Don't worry about that. Don't worry about the fact that I just did that. It's okay. It's not like super sus, it's just currently the anatomy pose of lying on the stomach and really look really sus with no clothing on it. Okay, let's turn that off and turn it back on. Just see the font is immediately found. Really need to like make a new like background or similar. Thing, what's the 1920 by 1080? Okay, does it include it now? It does. Alright, so we've got this text here, right? It's very edgy on the top and the bottom, which I guess is actually fine if you're like looking at computer text. If I bold this, what happens? Because I don't want the edge, actually. Okay, the fact that it's already italic is fine, I guess. And I think that's like the last season of anime is actually probably the most anime I've watched in a very long time. Okay, let me just actually just... I might have to go into After Effects for like the main part of this actually, but that should be fine. Or I'll have to work out how to do like some fun effects in with just art pieces. Cause let's say that I take just like this kind of thing here for... Can we really not just have like the save that I can just do it all in one? Like really? What size is this? 100? No, that's the line spacing. What's this, 90? Oh, let's say like 90, 100? Let's just say 100. Let's just say 100, please. Really hate working with fonts in Clip Studio because it's just like you have to highlight everything just to make sure it works and behaves the way it needs to. Let's say we take the 6 letters required for this. It'll be easier actually with the way these letters work. It'll be much easier if oh, why isn't it safe? I just want this to not have edges. Just don't include the edge, please. And 100. And if I can click that and put that here and click off this, why does it go back down? No, this with no edge, please. It's not that difficult. So let's say we have the word stream. Okay, it's finally behaving. That's an N. We need an M here. And we move it so that it takes up this like full spacing between these two lines as best as we can, which is about what, like 120-ish? Okay, sure. Let's just say everything's at 120. Everything is not going to go to 120 because no, that's not the. It's 130. And they're just packing the letters so that they will sit into here. The fact that it's already a bit of italic does actually help a little tiny bit. Because we can kind of lean the letters into each other a little bit. Oh, it's not going to fit. Okay, never mind. We're going to go for 100. We're just going to actually reduce the line... the lines instead so that they fit between two letters here instead. So let's just say that this is the bottom of 100 and this is gonna be the top of 100, like about here. And we're just gonna squeeze all the letters so that they fit in between that section. Because the problem with doing things with After Effects is actually that I can't move it back into Live2D from After Effects for any like fun effects. They need to be packed in close together. I didn't think this word was actually this long, but okay. Okay, it fits across the whole screen now. Cool. Alright, that took a lot more effort than I thought it would. I mean, the gap between some of the letters is a little bit varied and it might drive people insane, but... You know what? After dealing with the room, furniture, and rune factory, I think I've gotten over having weird, odd spaces between things. I know that little tidbit in that game drives people insane because there's a mod that removes the collision so that you can actually pack things close together in that game, including your bed for some reason. But let's not talk about that right now. The mods for that game are kind of funny. They're just like quality of life things of people getting angry. Okay, so that's like one word. So let's say we have like stream over, right? And we're gonna pack this in together. As... Oh, I should probably draw some lines for this as well. Oh, that actually worked out pretty well. Okay. I mean, I'm doing my best to keep the spacing somewhat consistent, but I'm also like not trying that hard at the same time because it's not the most relevant thing in the world. Because it's got to be on an angled screen to begin with. It's got to be a little bit deformed to begin with. Alright, so gonna take it like this. Do I still have my... Well, I still have this, which has the color palette inside it. Do I still have color palette inside it? I do. Okay, good. I'm actually gonna take the... Let me just get close to this. I'm gonna take this color as like a background color, and we're just gonna slap this like hard into the back here. I think that's gotta be what the color of the screen's gonna end up being. Then actually let me just copy the whole palette over here. Okay, there we go. Got the color palette. Well, part of the color palette, because honestly this isn't the full thing. Really like most of it though. Now, let me just put this all into a folder. And let's say, if these are in the right spots, I can tell that some of the height's actually a little off. T is actually a little higher than it needs to be. Can I move this down a little bit? The background move with the arrow keys really annoys me. Honestly, I might be able to order them up a little bit better if I take it into Live2D and do it, because then I could just use arrow keys. But let's just say we're gonna rasterize all of these. Actually, let me make a copy of the... Oh, yeah, I need to save this. Just save that. Gonna make a copy of this just so I have a backup. We're just still text layers. Duplicate. And let's just dump this somewhere. And turn that off. And then we have this where we're going to rasterize all of the letters. And then we're actually going to go behind them and add a glow layer using the airbrush. Using, at this point, what has become my own brand's blue color. So what color I use everywhere now? I'm gonna use the airbrush to glow. Or should this be over the top? And this is the bit where my calligraphy is gonna be put into question, because I have to do this over the top of the back. Because if I don't get in a few like strokes, then it actually becomes like too thick with the airbrush repainting over the same spots repeatedly. So I'd be a little bit careful about that. Kind of something like that. So that the litter glows. And then do I want to go over top of it and actually have a white glow layer as well? You just see what happens if I put a white glow layer over the top of this. So if I turn this down, it can be used like an initial shot of like glow before like fades into like the blue as well. That's also a choice. If I need like some extra animation stuff. Actually no, I think we've got to go about this. But I need a litter in front, I think, is how it's gonna work. Alright, we're just gonna use the blue to like go underneath all of these litters. A little over the edges with the airbrush. I'm gonna get a little bit aggressive next to the anywhere where it goes over the you just like delete that and just like copy, so I just have a glow layer I could put below everything. There we go. I actually need a bigger brush. Now what's... Also, first and foremost, I may have learned how to draw during the great, was it 2.5 something years of COVID, but I'm not a graphics designer, so I don't actually know what I'm doing here. I am making this up as I go, based on like very vaguely some things I've looked at in the past like maybe 10 hours. Like graphic design is actually a completely different set of skills that I have not gotten through learning much of it, any of it. I feel like this will be okay. Like this is just the initial assumption. I don't know if I'm going a little heavy-handed with the airbrush here. Like I tried to make my own logo at one point, and honestly, for the most part, it turned out okay, but looking back at it, it's kind of hideous. But it gets the job done. That's when you're DIYing everything as a content creator, honestly, sometimes that's good enough. Like, people can come up and ask you, it's like, oh, like, who made this? So, like, it's decent. It's like, oh yeah, like I didn't pay someone ridiculous wads of cash to do it, I made it. This was me. And this is not my main profession. But oh yeah, that's pretty cool then. It's like, oh yeah. Not the ones where people somehow pay wads of cash to get something that's actually kind of trash. I mean, that's kind of flaming people, but it's a bit on people to like actually check who they're commissioning a bit more. Like, oh look, it didn't turn out the way I expected it to because you didn't do the style of this other person I gave you as references. Like, well, duh, I'm not that person. Okay, I'm just like deciding how okay this looks. Let me just put these two letters in their own folders or these two words in their own folders as well. Then I want, do I actually have a reference image of this, like just saved somewhere? Let me just check. The great power button that I think I did actually save a reference of at some point because I needed it for something. Probably not. Okay, let me just see if I can get a power button symbol. I'm really curious if I could do some funny masking if I use some glue. Because there's like some weird ways you can like mess with glue, honestly, that might do something kind of interesting. But regardless, is this free to use? Can I just use this actually? What's this from? 1 Minute Back Man. That site scares me more than anything else. But I'm gonna steal your power button image. Actually, you know what? It's just... What is this? Okay, let me just actually save it. Is this a PNG? That's a WebP. I still don't know what a WebP is, but it's the worst thing in the world. Oh, it's fine. This is close enough for me to like remake it. Okay, so let's turn these off. Now we need... Do I still have a symmetry rule? I don't. Okay, sure. I'm just gonna put down like a guideline ruler and linear ruler straight down the middle of something. Alright, just make a ruler straight down the middle so that I can use it as a guide. I actually need to be like a mildly careful with how long or complicated I make the animations as well, because honestly, the first discovery I really made was that it might be a bit long. And I need the looping animation to be like just as long. Maybe a bit thicker than that. Let's try 10 point, maybe. I just need this to like sit right in the middle, and I can see that of the about there. Let's just make this in different layers so that I can maintain that. Let me make this like a little bigger. I'm gonna eyeball the actual like center height wise, but as long as it's close enough, I don't think it'll be too noticeable. Then we need a chub. Am I allowed to call it that? Of a thing here. Around the corners, so let's say 50. How round is that? Okay, that should be round enough. Actually, let's make this a new layer. And then we're going to using the oh no, screw it, that's fine. I can just lasso snap it, and we're just gonna like cut off like about here. Oh, it's not a symmetry ruler. That's fine. We're just gonna take the soft eraser, enlarge it, and as well as we can, snapping to this ruler. I think I can snap this to ruler, right? No? I can't snap to this ruler? Oh, whatever. We're just gonna cut off like the top of the circle. Actually, should I just use the hard eraser? And just, it's gonna be like on screen for like a few seconds, it'll be fine. Although I want a bigger chub. I don't think I'll be saying that today, but I might need a bigger chub here. It's also like definitely not straight down the middle. Oh wait, it actually is. That's amazing. Wait, am I actually snapping this ruler? No, I'm not. I'm not snapping this ruler. Am I? Wait, can I snap this ruler? No, yeah, I'm definitely not snapping the ruler. Okay. Don't need a fatter chub. Don't actually know if I'm going to use this part, but that exists now. And then we need the text. I guess that's the most standard. Thank you for watching, yes. Now how do I space out the letters with this? Let's visually do this. If I wanted to move in like that, then what's on the other side of the like white text is actually the right way to go about it. The scene itself is quite dark, so it should stand out even if like this is very bright. Oh dear. Because of the stream over thing in the background just has to save and it's really large. So let's just like close this because this is probably gonna make my system explode if it stays open. Just need to decide if there's like some other way I want to do the littering. And do I need all of the letters to be separate again? Okay, so let's say this time we're going to line up the letters. We're just queue it up here. Okay, sure. How large is this? This is just 100. 70. I'll actually use some lowercase here. Just rather than like alert message is more like just a message. So they use lowercase here. Gonna have to turn these into raster layers, but I can like angle them, but ideally we want to like kind of just stack these along this arc. Here's the standard. Thanks for watching. F4. Score that. If you want a simple ass mission, this is it. Alright. W-A-T Up, come on, C. Oh my god, I can spell. Folder. Just don't know if I need all of the letters to be completely separated based on what I'm planning and whether I can do it. Hello? Greetings indeed. Konbanwa, yukuri shite kudasai. I'm sorry that I have an accent and I might butcher some pronunciations, but I will try my best. Okay, so gonna just pack this in together. Put this all into here. Please don't put that in that folder. Please move that out of the folder. Alright, so, if we rasterize all these layers, that means that we can actually tilt these to match the arc we're producing here. So, something like 1... 2... Oh, I haven't really thought about what to do with these lowercase letters. I guess we'll just match it to the bottom of here. Yeah, that's about right. Okay, I'll do the same thing on these and add the glow below them. Or let's maybe tilt this a bit this way. Right, rasterize these layers. Alright, I think we'll go something like this. I'm going to actually just like very simply take this and just move this down so I have a second arc here. And we're gonna... Oh, should I flip this over? No, I think I should keep it at the same angle so I can put something below this. Okay, rasterize. How much does it need to be spaced out? I think like about here. Ooh. I think I'll actually take this straight into Live2D once I have like the glow layers behind us and just work in the littering part first, because I have some ideas on how to make a mask that might be important. If I want to do some weird masking things. Or I need to actually test the concept. That's more like kind of what I'm looking for. Actually, just a lowercase g should just hang like this instead. Yeah, it probably should hang like that. Okay, let me just like make some mask layers and just try something. So basically, what I'm thinking is, let's say that we have which layer is this? I can't. Okay, this is the bottom one. Let's just say that we have this filled in, right? Just gonna like really craftily kind of fill it in. And then if I say we have like a transparent layer here. Oh, that's sticking out. That's fine. We just need to test this. And did I make a I should use a square. Squares are better for this. Green screen, just like use green screen kinda. Green. Oh wait, let's make a different layer. Just size this about right for here. Let's just say equals mask cover. Okay, need to turn this to PSD. Okay, that's fine. We'll just turn this into a PSD. Get rid of this. These tails. Save, duplicate, PSD. Let me just do some real quick testing. Yeah, sure. Hum 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 hum. Okay, so I'm gonna once again do this in a different layer compared to, or like a different file, because we're just gonna bring them all together. Actually, should I? Or should I just bring this into the No, we need to actually bring this into the back layer, so we're gonna open... Where's the static? Static? We need to bring in this thing. I may as well just like start bringing it here anyway. Actually, wait, no, cancel. We need to bring this in into this file and register PSD. We'll add new layers as art mesh. Okay, so there's like this part for here where I'm just gonna do like some really quick tests to see if I can like do something funny with this. So the idea is that if we mesh this so that... So it probably doesn't look like that, but I'm just gonna like do some things here. How do I need to mesh this actually? This is the real question one. Because if I can mask the way I'm thinking I can, then I can actually do some fun things within Live2D and not have to take it over to After Effects, because After Effects is horrible. Okay, okay, this might be really weird, but Alright, let me think about how the best way to do this is. Alright, so let's just say we take this whole thing, because this is just a mask, it doesn't have to be complete. So let's go 1, 2, 3. I'm gonna move the text so that it's above the... We're gonna move this all so that's sitting above the stuff. Alright, above the letters, please, okay. Okay, so what we'll need is to take this. Come to here. I don't know if that's doing anything weird to it, because there's a lot of points like in there. So, in theory, can I, using a rotation deformer, oh, this has to kind of move in the arc. Okay, it doesn't work. I was wanting to see if I could, like, just pull it along, but I don't think that's going to work very well. Actually, what's happening when this happens? Let me just put this on a parameter, just to see what... yeah, sure, why not? Sure. Let's just say that this is, oh, wait. Let's just say that this is this. Let me just see what's actually happening. What's happening here? Okay, so every other point isn't being pulled with it. Okay, so this would definitely work if this was straight. Okay, let me see if I can figure out a different way to do this. Okay, so instead, we're gonna take... Why is it not unbinding everything? Oh boy. Okay, let's instead say that, straighten this out so it's like this. Let's say that we have this, okay, and then we say that the mask cover is actually just this, not at an angle idea. Actually, can I? And then we grab these 2 points. Stretch out over here. And then we say instead that this is inside a deformer. And let's just say that when this happens, that this just goes this way. And then between this and this, that we go ahead and bind these together. And then when this moves, oh wait, how do I miss the glue? Glue. Yeah, no, I need to... Are you A or B? Like, I'm presuming you're A. Let me just like mass put on the A. It kind of works. It doesn't work correctly, but it kind of works. What's happening here? Let me just... What's actually happening to the points here? I don't know if I can do any fun light effects if this doesn't work. That's the main bit. Or I have to like think of a way to work around it. Because basically the idea is, as the mask itself moves around, I can actually have things reveal themselves from behind a invisible mask. And that will allow me to do some light effects, but I don't know if that's going to be very feasible. I don't know why it's actually not pulling the way I need it to. Well, it will actually yank more than just that. Does it stop pulling 1-to-1? Why is it not pulling 1-to-1? It should pull 1-to-1 when it's like fully weighted towards the Oh no, wait, is it because glue weights have... No, my glue doesn't have keyforms. So I know that glue can have keyforms for some reason. You know what? 100%. Roll it in. It's only like kind of pulling it. Why? Okay, I probably should have just like not tried to do something fancy like this. Wait, why is it not working at all now? What happened here? Oh no, wait, there we go. Yeah, like, so like that, and I could do some fun light effects by having something follow a line or like a circle or something as it's moving around. Okay, I can have a think about that then. That's actually an option as well. Yeah, so that is feasible. It just depends on how I use the Live2D parameters to move the mask around. Because there's not very many good ways to like cleanly move it. I mean, the best way is to use the rotation deformer, but that requires like a very specific arc, which I don't know if I can manage. Probably better by just using the X and the Y on a warp deformer and just move that around using the X and Y transform parameters. Alright. Oh, I didn't put this on screen the whole time. No one had any idea what I was doing. This is great. Alright, give me one. Okay, so basically the idea is by using a mask to hide certain parts. Let's say like the white part here is actually going to be transparent. Well, like all of this is going to be transparent, but we have a mask that just like moves and like slowly reveals. Like, it's basically more like it's pulling the mask along, and then it could be used to reveal things. And theoretically, if it can move in a rotation deformer in a smooth curve, I can do some like weird light effects, I guess, and like have glow hiding behind. Like, say like this line had like a glow effect on it, it could actually be like, it could actually like glow up as the mask moves across the line. Is like kind of what I'm thinking, but that will require a lot of like interesting work to make it work. It'll take like a lot of extra parts, but it might be a fancy little bit to add. Alright, but anyways, okay, so that's enough fun with that part of the playing around with that. We're gonna glow up all of these as well. Okay, so we're gonna glow up these letters as well using the same technique with the airbrush. These are a little smaller, so maybe about here. Okay, hum 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 hum. Hum 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 hum. Hum, hum, hum. Okay, so that's pretty much all I need for the text portion. Hmm. Gives a bit of a glow up to the text. Hmm. Maybe just do like a basic chibi drawing to fill up the bottom of this with some actions. Along as kind of how the plan was going in my head, so let's go with that. What is this folder? Okay, this is nothing. I'm just gonna use this to draw a sketch. I'm just gonna draw on top of everything. Gotta be a little lazy here. Actually, you know what? Let's even be funny about this. I'm just gonna add a ruler to this folder. It's also gonna be small. It'll finish small, but like the initial will be big because what was it? Like when I was doing the initial test on the camera work yesterday. Do I have the display open? I don't. Was it? We're going to be like hard zooming in on like right here. Oh, I still need to work on the clipping here. But like we're gonna like probably have a hard zoom in like right about here. Right on top of this, just to like show these messages before it zooms back out. And one, it kind of needs to be in your face in this initial zoom in, and then when it zooms out, it has to be legible at the same time, which is probably like if we're looking at a 19 by 20 shot of the thing, it's probably be about maybe about somewhere between here and here, probably. Probably about that big, and it still needs to be like legible. So that's kind of the idea of how the text is working. Also, the room is dark. Once again, everyone needs to remember that. I can't remember the shadow is going to be going over this back layer. I don't think it will be. Yeah, probably won't be going over this back layer, but there's also going to be a glow layer on top of it. And it should contrast really aggressively with the actual room color, which is, once again, very dark. So see how it works. I can still change it afterwards. These bits are like a lot easier to change because they're just littering. And the most likely bit to change is actually just background, because once this background is a darker color, this will contrast a bit more aggressively. Regardless, I'm just gonna like very casually draw a chibi here. We want to go probably decide how wide I want this body to be. It's always a good question. So I like to go very slim. Or do I want to actually just go the standard like bean shape, like this? The bean shape of a chibis. I'm gonna go like elbow. Have like an elbow split here. So that we have at least one arm that. So this can turn. Oh, turn the arm like. We'll turn the head like this way a little bit. Up. Bum on the inside. This isn't actually gonna come up this far. It's probably like more like down here, like holding onto like the bottom of the frame. There'll be more like an arm that's like sitting, like say we bring up the arm and we're just like. So say we have like a hand that's literally just like holding onto like the frame, waving, maybe. Just need to think about how to like split the parts of it needs to go like that. The fingers still need to be split. I mean, if I want to, I could actually use the cat that I've like used for part of my branding that I actually haven't really drawn in a very long time. How much of it's on my YouTube now? It's like on my stream starting, and it's on my watermark, and that's it. It's like on 2 spots. Oh dear. It's like pretty much been completely removed. I don't bother drawing it anymore. Let's be real. 9% of like doing VTuber things, just use your face. Face is so much more recognizable when it comes down to it. Like people have to like know you to like recognize any kind of branding. That's what you do when you have like a bigger audience than what I have. I should do like a kind of cleaner sketch of like a pose. Probably the squeaky type. I haven't really, like, worked too much with the really jelly-like ones, mainly because that's not very feasible in Live2D, so it's kind of outside my area of expertise. The very detailed ones, honestly, like, if it looks like a figurine, then honestly, I may as well just, like, the ones that look like figurines are kind of weird, because, the way I learned how to draw humanoids is, largely based on head size to body size ratio. So you do, like, a really detailed, body, it looks kind of weird. At least the way I draw. So, I also like to draw my own character into here. Hum. Just like cut that off a little bit. I mean, I don't really know what the really malleable chibi looks like unless it's animated. I wouldn't know like how different it would be in if it's just like an 2D art form, which is like most of what I see. Just like very vaguely drawn the headset here. Hum. Hum. Art gun. Hold up. Let's have a look at this. What's this arc gun? There's definitely a style there, unless it's animated, it's kind of hard to see, like, the major differences, I feel. Oh, there's a YouTube link here, so let's click on this. Oh, it's Takahata. Oh boy, I haven't really looked at his stuff since he was doing the Dragon Ball stuff. I mean, these are all like sitting very still on the table. Let's have a look at actual Akan. All of the stuff in the media. Let's look at the media post here. Let's have a look at this. Let's have a look at the media post. That's 3D. That's also 3D. That's also 3D. That's also 3D. Okay, not seeing any 2D stuff. I actually can't find any of the 2D stuff. Don't think I can find it like right away right now. Let me just say that this is a wave and then hold on to the thing. Alright, okay, I need to actually split this into parts now. How many parts do I actually need here? Actually, you know what, since I'm like doing this anyway, let's also draw in this thing that I haven't drawn in a very long time. And this thing literally had like complete like circular parts last time I drew it. Yeah, I don't think I'm gonna use that. Um, mm-hmm. Um, um, hum, 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 hum. Alright, let me just have a think about how parts need to be separated fully. Theoretically, there's no point doing a hand down, so hand palm side forward, which means the thumb's always on the inside. Hum. Um, Alright, how many parts of merch do I have to do this in? This isn't going to be very large on screen, so I could probably get away with like some detail loss. Oh yeah, and chibi kids need to really be able to squeeze their way out, but luckily I can get around that because hair is covering a whole one side of the face. I can kind of hide where the cheek is supposed to stick out. Oh yeah, I'm gonna also like raise this up a bit. So like an extra space, but we're looking at about like a cut off like right here. It's like where we're probably cutting off like anything. Do I really need a neck on a chibi? I don't really need a neck on a chibi. I'm actually thinking if I can cheat and just use my actual chibi model to do this. I mean, I need the arm parts, but I might actually be able to just like use it instead of like drawing this whole new thing. It'll save a lot of time if I don't have to do the extra parts. Oh, whatever. Does the body... Is it gonna be enough detail on the body to warrant me splitting the parts? Or can I just do body and arms? Okay, I think I can actually skip the detail on the body because I don't think there's gonna be enough. There's not enough detail on the body to warrant especially if I do like a actually if I do a two-head tour, or then I can actually skip a lot of detail. Well, if I want the arms to be longer, do I need to do a 2.5 or 3-head tour? I think I need at least a 3-head tour. I think I can actually get away with like skipping a lot of detail in the body, because I don't need it to be very detailed for this part. I used the wrong pin. That doesn't look right. Hum. Oh, I hit my caps lock at some point. Okay, so the upper arm with the shoulder is... I think I'm making like the body too wide. Yeah, I think I prefer like this bean-shaped body a lot more. Mm. Oh, I need to separate the fingers on both hands. Oh, that's gonna be a pain in the butt. So hand. Arm. Alright, I'm just gonna draw it up here where I already kind of have like a hand. Then the arm itself needs to just be a cylinder. The hand goes in front of the cylinder, and then you can do actions like that. Okay, I'm actually gonna like make these not as pointed because that was a problem I found, even though the style was closer to what I prefer. The rounder it is, the easier it actually gets to work with later. Yeah, I'm gonna need two hands, and I'm gonna have to figure out how to work with the fingers. It might be better if I just do tube fingers, so that I can morph the shape later, and they don't fight me constantly as I try to morph them. It looks a little uglier when I'm coloring it, which makes it a little hard to judge some parts, but tube fingers might just be better to work with, because then they typically only need to stretch and extend to turn to the shape I need them to. Alright, anyways, that's it for time that I have today. See if I can get this chippy part finished and ready to rig before next time. I have a good idea of what the animation for this part should look like. Might try to add some like fancy masking stuff that I was testing before. See if I could just make that behave the way I needed to. Cause that would be cool if I could get that to work. But either way, once again, this is the stuff that... Do I start full screen? I start full screen. That's supposed to be going onto here. Just as a final reminder before we finish up for today. And it's probably going to vary between a close-up like this to zoomed out to about like here, I think was about right. Do I have the motion plan on this one? I do. Yeah, it's gonna be like pretty zoomed out. Alright, but anyways, thank you very much for watching today. Once again, I'll try to get that chippy done, or I might try and repurpose the one I already have, but then that saves me the pain of having to color it all, but that might be a little too detailed for what I'm trying to do here, so probably go with a simpler look over on this. And I'll probably rig that part, because this is actually going to be the most complex part of the actual messing with the parameters and setting up the motion, because everything else is like 90% camera work, and that will get the job done. And then once I actually have that done, we can get the loop of the animation set up, and then I can work out how long the standard loop needs to be. But anyways, for those watching today that aren't subscribed and you liked what you saw, remember to subscribe. Leave a like because that helps me out, and I shall see you all next time. Hopefully that should be done and ready to go.